Hello, it's Lucy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reading you my Why Cornell essay. So I'll be walking you through the different parts of the essay, my thought process through each part, and why I chose to include the things that I did. So let's get started. This has been a highly requested video, so many of you probably know who I am, but for those who don't, I applied and was accepted to Cornell as a first-year undergraduate student studying global and public health sciences in the College of Human Ecology. I also applied and submitted my SAT score of 1440, and I know this is below average for Cornell, so I really believe that my essay was one of the strongest parts of my application, and that's why I want to share it with all of you so that you can get inspiration for your own college applicant essays. So to begin, I will read you the prompt for the essay that I responded to. It says, "How have your experiences influenced your decision to apply to the College of Human Ecology? How will your choice of major impact your goals and plans for the future? Please limit your response to 650 words." So just looking at this essay prompt, the first thing that they talk about is your experiences. So this includes your past experiences. These are like accomplishments you've done in high school, maybe clubs you participated in, activities you've done. So those are really big parts that you want to include in the essay. And then how will your choice of major impact your goals and plans for the future? So now they want to know how more about the future rather than the past. So a big theme that you'll see in my essay is I will bring parts of things that I did in the past, like successes or failures that I had in high school, and then connect them to things that I want to do in the future at Cornell by utilizing Cornell's resources, whether it be the classes they have, the professors they have, the institutes they have. So I think that this is a really big theme that I want to point out, and I think that this is something that you should follow throughout your own essay. Throughout my high school career, I've been presenting public service announcements that I write, direct, and record to hundreds of people within my community on topics regarding healthcare and human rights. Winning first place at the Illinois HOSA State Leadership Conference for my public service announcement on tobacco abuse prevention heightened my drive to continue to make an impact on the world. As you can see from my first paragraph, I start by highlighting some of the achievements I had during high school. And what's really important is that these achievements tie to what I want to do in college. So I did a lot of research on the global and public health sciences major when I was applying to Cornell, and I really wanted to understand what kind of people they were looking for. So just by reading online and looking into the major, I understood that they were looking for people who would be advocates in public health, who are passionate about it. And by connecting like public service announcements that I created and winning first place for my public service announcement, this shows this connection from what I did in high school to what I want to do in college. So this brings back that theme. So I think it's really great if you can start with some type of introduction that kind of explains why you're interested in the major, possibly why you're interested in Cornell overall. So yeah, we can move on. Cornell's College of Ecology and I have similar goals: to improve other people's lives and to give back whenever possible. The Institute on Health Economics, Health Behaviors, and Disparities provides the perfect platform for me to expand my efforts in tobacco abuse prevention. I would love to work alongside Professor Don Kenkel, the director of HEHBAD, and his research on cigarette taxes to prevent youth smoking. Considering the target audience for my PSA on tobacco abuse prevention is teenagers, Professor Kenkel's research would align perfectly with the area of public health that I am eager to study. Working with Professor Kenkel would be a mutual relationship because I would provide strategies proven to be effective on adolescents in tobacco abuse prevention, and Professor Kenkel would offer a strong background in policy making that could help reduce smoking. So my next paragraph, as you can see from the first sentence, I say that Cornell's College of Human Ecology and I have similar goals to improve other people's lives. I think that could have probably been more elegantly worded. However, I think that it really goes to show that I'm trying to make that connection between what I have to offer and what Cornell has to offer, and how we can both come to something successful through both of those offerings. So I also, as you can see, I point out a specific professor that I would like to do research with, and I also connect it to things that I've done in the past with doing tobacco prevention. And I think this is really great that I was able to find a professor that directly aligned with my interests in high school. So if you are able to do that in your essay, that is great. However, even if you don't have something that directly correlates, but maybe it is something in the same field that you're interested in, or you have some type of previous experience in, it would be really great to include. And then also connect why you are interested in doing research with that professor, something deeper than just, oh, I think it's interesting. You should definitely be trying to include specific examples, whether it's from your past or what you want to do in the future, that makes what you want to study and what the professor's research is doing somehow align. Not only am I interested in creating policies, but I also find enjoyment when working face-to-face with patients. Earning my certified nursing assistant license was extremely rewarding and showed me that I love one-on-one interaction with patients in rehabilitation and senior living homes. The Cornell Institute for Healthy Futures is the only institute that combines hospitality, environmental design, and health policy to effectively address the needs of patients. As a CNA with over 140 hours of clinical experience, I have witnessed many problems in healthcare that are still awaiting solutions. The CIHF will allow me to work alongside professionals from fields ranging from architecture to business to healthcare to improve the standard of living for senior living homes. In this paragraph, I'm able to highlight another accomplishment that I had in high school, which was earning my CNA or Certified Nursing Assistant license. And I'm able to connect it to something, a program at Cornell, which is really great. So I connect it to the Cornell Institute for Healthy Futures, and I point out that it's the only institute that combines hospitality, environmental design, and health policy, which fully encompasses everything that I'm interested in and everything that I've mentioned previously in my essay. So this was really great, and this isn't something that I knew beforehand or was easy to come across. I did a lot of research and digging into Cornell and the different institutes that it has to offer and different programs before I came across this one, which really matched all of my interests and my past experiences. So I think it's really important to do that research, especially if this is a school you're passionate about. You want to make it personalized to that school. You want the school to know that you have put in the time and the effort to learn about them. And I think that it's also a great way for you to learn yourself whether or not this is a good fit for you when you're doing research and learning about the institute that you're applying to. The Global and Public Health Sciences major is particularly intriguing because it will give me the opportunity to explore my diverse interests in healthcare, social justice, and economics. The unique courses offered at Cornell University, such as the Economics of Risky Health Behaviors and Economics of Public Health, will allow me to apply my previous knowledge on tobacco abuse prevention to evaluate policies that would be the most effective in reducing tobacco abuse. In this part of the essay, I mentioned two specific courses at Cornell that are offered by the major that I want to pursue. And I think this is really great because I not only talk about what courses I want to take, I also talk about what I want to do with them. So I mentioned that I can apply my previous knowledge on tobacco abuse prevention to evaluate policies that would be the most effective in reducing tobacco abuse. And now I'm also bringing in that part from earlier where I was talking about tobacco abuse prevention and wanting to do research with that professor who also researches tobacco abuse. And so all of this is kind of tying together. As you can see, this essay feels really cohesive. It feels like it has a narrative. It feels like it has a theme. And I'm tying it between things that I wanted to do in the past and things I wanted to do in the present. So this is just a really great example of how I'm able to do that. So for your own essay, I would definitely recommend trying to have a narrative throughout your essay, have different themes going on. In my case, it's like connecting the past to the present and also connecting different topics in tobacco abuse prevention. As someone who enjoys speaking to the public on topics regarding healthy living and human rights, I want to apply knowledge learned from the College of Human Ecology outside of the classroom. The Global and Public Health Required Experimental Learning Opportunity will give me the resources I need to make my voice heard on a larger scale. I not only want to give back to local communities, but I also want to aim for areas across the globe. Participating in a summer program abroad will give me the opportunity to address clinical and cultural aspects of healthcare at the international level. Reading about different students' experiences in Zambia on the Cornell Daily Sun has further sparked my interest in community engagement within other cultures. I hope to build relationships with people from all over the world and gain an accurate understanding of the current state of healthcare systems. Studying at one of the leading global health programs in the country will give me the skills I need to improve the quality of life of people worldwide. In this paragraph, I talk about the required learning opportunity, which is basically a study abroad program required for the Global and Public Health Sciences major at Cornell. And I think that this is a really great example of how I connect things that I did in high school to what I want to do in the future. So I mentioned not only wanting to give back to local communities, which is what I mainly did in high school, but also wanting to give back to communities globally, which is what I could do in college, specifically at Cornell and specifically through this major. So I think it's really great that I'm showing that I want to grow and use Cornell's resources to grow. I also mentioned learning about different students' experiences in the Cornell Daily Sun, which is their student newspaper. So not everyone who knows about Cornell would know about this newspaper, so I definitely wanted to mention it, and I had read articles about students' experiences when I was researching the major, so I definitely wanted to include that, and I think it shows that, once again, I did research, I'm passionate about this major and the programs that it has to offer. And then I also say that studying at one of the leading global health programs in the country will give me the skills I need to improve the quality of life of people worldwide. And I think this is also starting a new theme where I'm wanting to advance my impact from local to global. And you'll see this in my next and final paragraph. Cornell's emphasis on public engagement and global perspectives will allow me to continue my endeavors in public health awareness on a much broader scale. Whether it be through public service announcements, policy making, or face-to-face interaction, I will take advantage of the opportunities I am given to promote healthy living to people of all ages. The College of Human Ecology's interdisciplinary approach to learning will support my transformation from a leader in the local community to a leader across nations. As you can see in the last paragraph, I really emphasize my ambitions of wanting to make an impact on the local scale to the global scale. And I also tie in everything that I talked about previously. I talk about my public service announcements, which I did in high school, to policy making, which is what I was interested in doing with the professor who studies tobacco abuse, to face-to-face interaction, which is hinting at my CNA skills, and also the Cornell Institute for Healthy Futures that I had mentioned earlier in my essay. I also talk about the global aspect, which is the study abroad or learning opportunity where students can go abroad and help in some type of public health aspect. So I'm really tying together everything that I talked about in my essay. And I'm also bringing home the point that I want to be a leader, not only locally, but globally. So I think this is a really great example of how you can tie things together. I also think that it goes back to the prompt of how have your experiences influenced your decision to apply, and also how will your choice of major impact your goals and plans for the future. I have really targeted both why I'm choosing to apply, what based on my past experiences, and then also what are my goals and plans for the futures, given the resources and opportunities that Cornell has to offer. Looking back at this essay, I think that there are a lot of great things going on, but one thing that stands out to me is the amount of passion I had when writing this essay. I think that for any type of essay, it's good to be passionate and genuine in what you're saying. And I also think it's great to do research ahead of time. Like I did a lot of research into the major that I was applying to at Cornell and the different institutes and professors and classes that they had to offer. So for those of you who are trying to write their why Cornell or why any school essay, I think it's really great to display your passion, be genuine, and also do research ahead of time. And if you are writing for this specific why Cornell essay, make sure to tie in different themes of what you did in the past and how it connects to the future, and what you want to accomplish while you're at that school. So I hope that this is useful to all of you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!